That's me. That's Hazel. I'm here. Hello. Good morning. Or good afternoon. Or good evening, depending on what time it is for you where you are. It's Thursday, which is the day after Wednesday, which I know because I'm a super duper smart cookie. JG Britt, thank you for the 23-month resub. 23 months. Nearly 2 years. Can't imagine not having Hazel streaming now. Me neither. What a weird world that would be. Whoa. Whoa, earbuds flying, cats approaching, time rifting. It's a lot for 9 in the morning. Alright, I'll stick that back in here. Kitty cat, you wanna come see me? How do you summon a cat? Meow. Meow. Cock-a-doodle-doo. Yeah. She'll get here if she gets here. Hello, Hazel and Miss Kira. Hello, Octopixie. Did something today. May or may not have upgraded all of my heirlooms to 70. Scarlet, that's a project and a half. Believe you summon cats. Yeah, I've heard the... Does that work, kitty? She's looking at me like, Mom, you've never made that sound before. If you could stop it. That's how you do the brushing your teeth sound. When I wake up in the morning and it's 1:45. I brush my teeth and say, how do you do? You brush your teeth. I think I'm mixing up two songs. It is fine. I no longer have to worry about gear while questing. Indeed. I'll snuck out in response to clicking fingers. Kitty is usually, I think she speaks English. She's lived with me long enough and I've talked to her incessantly. Oh, she slept. I just didn't want to. She's speaking to me over there. I forget what she said, but she used to say a word that was a meow, but like it sounded like a word, and it also appeared to mean the same thing as the word that I used. I don't remember what the example was, but it was really spooky, and I am going to die. I've perished. Eh, well, at least it's not hardcore. I'm doing this time rift because I guess I want transmogandor mounts. I have all the pets now because I'm awesome like that. But I'm lacking other things, so we're just gonna participate to some extent. Hazel, when you have time, can you do a post into your UI? I love your layout. Oh, I thank you very much. Yeah, I have an add-on spreadsheet, but a lot of my UI is just basic default UI. In the edit mode, I basically just moved stuff around and resized it and keybound it until it made my brain calm down, which is a very, very, very personal thing. I have it mapped out so that it kind of corresponds to the keys on my keyboard, and then these 3 bars on the right correspond to the side keys on my MMO mouse, which is a tricky thing to say if you were going to say Mickey Mouse has an MMO mouse. Wow, I'm a lot this morning for not having had coffee yet. But yeah, a lot of my UI is default. Lots of viewing space. Love it. Thank you. It gets more spaceshipy a little bit when I get kind of late in a season of doing Mythic Plus keys or raiding, and I've like tacked on a bunch of weak auras to track specific things. It can get a little more blinky flashy then, but for the most part I try to make things go away if I don't need them because, you know, it just makes you kind of tired. Level 24, 4 chapters into Bastion, and I like Bastion again. Hello. Where do I vote for your hardcore warlock to die? Oops. I mean, predict whether or not she will die. Not that I think she would, of course. When am I going to do another hardcore stream? It's a valid question. Not that you asked, but I'm just asking for the room. There's like a child? What in tarnation? Yeah. I'm not all that motivated to super get the bar up. I like participating once or twice in a couple of tasks just to feel like I'm here. Get a couple of extra flakes, but I'm not gonna rack my shrimpy little morning brains over it. Never got used to the character portrait being center left, moved it back top left corner. I thought I never would. Also, mine are like uneven, which doesn't bother me, but I know it occasionally bothers other people. I just kind of wung them down there and it shows. I thought I never would, but I caved because... What made me cave? I wasn't seeing my health. I was letting my own health fall, which it wasn't a problem in instances because I would monitor my own health along with everybody else's via the, you know, like the raid frames. But if I was just outside on my own living life, I wouldn't really notice when I was dying, because it was just too far away. I also have a decently big monitor. It's 27 inches. And my UI is scaled a little small. I guess you could always blow them up, but I was just missing it. Well, kicking it's kind of fun. Not getting it very far, but I think it's going in that portal. I think that's what we're doing. Do I still have my extra action button keyboard? Where'd my macro go? It's got the 2 blue crosswords down. Oh, no. Did I break it? No, I didn't break it. Oscar79, thank you very much for the 37-month resub. Appreciate it. Is this child not young Arthas? I think you know more than me. I just thought we were kicking a chilly kid and I was asking no questions. Bottom mouse, fine, I still collect my cooldowns because I have small hands. Dream Surges have a buff. 100% gold increase for world quests. Yeah, and the way the math works out is really weird. It's like, it says 100%, but because of the way they calculate it, it's functionally tripling the gold yield. There's people that will like camp them and share notifications of like, oh hey, this zone has this buff up, and then save like all, and then go do like with a bunch of alts all of that gold. Apparently pretty efficient. Icon of the Fell Talon mount. Yeah, not too bad. Missing 5 Argent tournament mounts. I'm very unhappy. Oh, that's a project. It's not, you can kind of cheat at jousting now. How do you cheat at jousting now? You kill other people's mounts and then you hope that they kill yours. Is there a better way to cheat? Well, not cheat. What's a better word? Creative use of gameplay mechanics. It's not as bad as it was once upon a time, but it is still like 87% as bad as it was once upon a time. 2 accounts? Yeah, I suppose so. I don't think that's a reasonable solution for most people. Although, I guess I don't know what most people do. I've never met almost all of them, so perhaps all of them have 2 accounts. Flabby asked me a question recently about having 2 accounts and like the daily account chance at Horseman and stuff. And I was like trying to think of an answer, and then I was like, you know what? I have no idea. I do not know. Especially when they're like connected, but they're like separate, but they're like connected, but they're like separate. Could not tell you what's going on with that. A few days ago, finished Lizzie, got Divine Kiss of Inara, and somehow stumbled on the birdware that drops a 7-day egg, forgot the name of. The Zenith hatchling? Zenith Davis. Miles Davis. Cock-a-doodle-doo. That's a lucky day. Gold buff, very fun. Centaurlandia, the arena quest is giving gold 5k per kill. Ooh, that is good. Damn, I should be on top of that. Kitkatsu, thank you for the 26-month resub. Good morning. Good morning. Hello. Don't forget the Headless Horseman. Oh, I could never. I wanted to wait until after. I'm so confident that I'm going to get something cool that I'm waiting until after this time rift. Just so that more people can trickle into the stream so they can witness my moment. I'm going to need you guys all to be here for me because it's going to be like a really big deal and it's going to be really cool and exciting and you all have to clap at the right moment. It's in your contract. I forget what the zone's called. Rename it Centaurlandia. That is reasonable. Yeah, I was doing a bunch of poking around last night, trying to figure out, last night and then again this morning, looking at like the drop rates and stuff. I've come to believe that your best chance is just your first one of the day. So I'm going to do one run, I'm going to do all 4 curses, and I'm going to believe, and we're just going to do that every day. I really want Arthas. I have the Headless Horseman's mount already. Oh, hello, welcome back. I have the Headless Horseman's mount already. I certainly do not need a Sinister Squashling. And I do need, well, I guess I'm missing the dragon riding armor for the Windborn Velocidrake, but I don't care because I'm hollow inside. It's a pumpkin on the back of the dragon. It's fine, but I don't need it. I won't be heartbroken if I don't get that during the event, but I have a feeling I'm gonna get that before the Lich King because that's just my luck. The Lich King is what I need. Puppy dog. Streamer privilege content. Whip through the click. All the candy buckets achievement in Wrath Day. All the flight paths. Nice. Yeah, it's a super good. I was surprised at how long it took me to farm 150 treats to buy the offhand. I did it last night and yesterday afternoon as well. Because I wanted to get like, I don't know, a closer look at the offense. So I figured I would just smash it out. I could, you know, double up and do all the new Dragonflight candy buckets and, you know, get a bunch of candy. And I do all the Dragonflight candy buckets, and it takes me a while because there's a lot of them. And then I have like 96, I got a tabard. Scourge Victoria's tabard. Yeah, that's cool. I won't say no to that. Yeah, I forgot that it actually like takes a while to go trick-or-treating, even if you have like the add-on and everything. It's not like a 20-minute project. It was like a couple of hours, even to get 150. But I did it! And I did it on Inksy, and I picked up a bunch of flight paths that she didn't have in the Dragon Isles, so not a bad strategy. Works out. Where's the... See, I'm not the only one that's lost. Portal? Portal, here it is. Tabard matches Inksy's gloves. New offhand jack-o'-lantern candy thingy? Yes. No idea why I enjoy it so much. Slow, grinding, only level 66. Trick or treat. Fill my beat. Give me something good to eat. The thing that I found I was feeling when I was trick-or-treating was a sense of impending chaos and anxiety because of how much trick-or-treating in-game loads your bags with garbage. There's the candy, and there's the penny pouches, and there's the masks, and there's the wands, and if you want to, well, that's weird, that command should have worked. If you want to delete the wands, you have to, like, delete them manually each time. It's a bit of a nightmare. Yeah, I think Streamlabs is sleep. Let's log in and fix that if we can. Coffee. One sec. I didn't turn... Well, I must have turned it off. Every now and then I swear it turns itself off just to make me log in and be like, hey, I'm still here. Let's try that again. Add-ons. There you go. That's the one. Okie dokie. Let's log back on to Inksy. Let's drink a little more coffee and then let's do this horseman. I wish my cat would sit in my armrest calmly like that. Kitties are so funny and individual. I never taught her to do that. This has been her idea. It's been her initiative that she's spearheaded. You know, I've never been trick-or-treating. I enjoyed it well enough as a kid. Prime memories include being angry that I had to wear a coat because it covered up my costume, which was the whole point of going trick-or-treating, was so people could see your costume, but it was like Canada and October 31st and like raining and dark. So you had to wear like outerwear, which made me cranky as a child. Getting candy. One time my grandmother implemented an equitable distribution of candy amongst the cousins. Some candy communism that was popular with some people and unpopular with others. I like the O. Henry ones, the little ones. I still like those sometimes. What am I doing? Headless Horseman, that's it. Candy munism. Common in Calgary, some neighborhoods to have an additional Halloween September because October 31st often snow season. I bet. Hazel, I have a sincere question. Scarlet, what is your question? Bear in mind, I'm a credible source for nothing. Co-workers say parents pass out jello shots to other parents while they're all out with the kids. Are you running out of stream title names? They spring up from an endless well of magical creativity and definitely not, geez, it's stream time again, I gotta put something in there. I bet there's people that have like a list. Like they've filled out a spreadsheet and they're like, it's the stream of October the 19th. It's time to plug in cell number 42D into my stream title. And then do these fun activities with my audience. Some people, I'm sure, are wildly organized. I bet you more aren't. I don't think that full-time streaming lends itself naturally to the hyper-organized. I think it's something that you tend to get people in that are maybe a tiny bit more chaotic because of a few reasons. You like my Hallow's End transmog? I was trying to look spooky, but there's not that much actual Hallow's End transmog, so I put on a hat. I understand there's more colors of the hat that I need, but I put on a hat, I put on a dress staff, and then I put on a nice dress. I like going to the mall, seeing the kids dressed up, trick-or-treating there. Matrix of words, a word for every month, second word for the day number. We could do it like Mad Libs. There's Seattle parents with excess income coping with very dark, rainy Halloween evenings. Hated Halloween as a kid. Now I love it. It was never my favorite because while candy was fun and costumes were kind of fun, it was a lot of like people being rowdy in a way that made me anxious, like setting off fireworks in the streets, making a lot of noise, pranks, that kind of thing. I don't remember being the victim of anything particular, but the general vibe wasn't really my deal. And I haven't celebrated a lot of Halloween as an adult because I don't know anybody that does costume parties. What am I doing? A horseman, that's what I'm doing. So let's get into healing spec first. I'm going to actually like mana up and everything. I'm going to try. Hard to do the quest for those hats. I don't remember. I need to look at that today. Hi. Hi, House. Hello, how are you? We, here, let's drink some nothing because I have no water. We can eat some eggies. Oh, those don't even give me mana. Did Sarah Kerrigan for a Halloween party? Had a friend who was a stellar makeup artist. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, that's really good. Oh, I hope you got some good pictures. What was the coolest costume I did as an adult? I've done whenever a costume was required of me, I would really phone it in because I realized at a certain point I didn't want to spend the money and or the storage space to like actually do costumes. No, I don't think I ever dressed up as an adult really properly anyway. My coolest Halloween costume ever. I was a kid. I don't remember how old. If I had to guess, somewhere in the 9 to 12 region. And I wanted to be for Halloween a sarcophagus. Not a mummy, a sarcophagus. I learned about ancient Egypt in school, and I thought that was really cool. So my mother, bless her, gets some kind of, I don't know if she got like a sewing kit or if she just improv'd this thing, but we got like quilt batting and a bunch of fabric, and she sewed me a coffin with a Velcro closure that had like a hole at the bottom for feet, and I think it might have had holes in the side for arms. I don't remember if there was anything you could look out of. And you could open it, and then I had a mummy costume underneath, but I would walk around within this big, like, quilt coffin. And then people would be like, oh, that's so cute, you're a mummy for Halloween. And I was like, no, I'm a sarcophagus, because I made lots of friends as a child. It was pretty sick. I don't know if I have any pictures. And if I did, I don't know if I would show them to stream. But that was the coolest Halloween costume I ever did in my life. Headless Horseman. I'm going to remember to pick up my curses. Yeah, I haven't changed all that much. Makeup can be fun. Hello. Hello, Haley. How are you? All right. We're getting all 4 curses. I have a food buff. I'm going to pop a file because I'm extra. The most important thing to do is look. Look in Twitch. And don't read your Twitch chat when you're in the middle of the fight because if I take too many hits, I'm going to lose my curses and then I won't have the best chance. So I've discovered, I've only really done this with the buffs on. I think I forgot the buffs once or twice, but I don't really remember what it was like without them. This whole fight's basically kill ads, dodge things, spread with the purple circles, and then you can run to the glowy one, and that's with the curses. That's like all the stuff. So you spread with these. If you don't spread with them, you can fear people. Those fears are dispellable, but they're also avoidable if everybody spreads. So there's an ad. Even healers can kill those themselves. I think it must be a self-spawned ad, because it's, to my knowledge, always had my own name. And the thing is definitely, like, an individual thing. So keeping an eye out for the glowy puddle to run to. That should be soon. So there's the puddle. Go touch that. Sorts that out. I did this a bunch of times yesterday. Like, I did all of my 60s yesterday. Just on the off chance that I could get Arthas last night. Turns out that the answer is no, I can't. It did not drop for me. Alright. We ready to open? Ta-da! Nothing. Oh well, we'll try again tomorrow. Hey for effort. Swift Zephyr. It's been data mined to come as a trading post item in the future. Start at 5 a.m. Get to catch a Hazel stream. The unexpected early mornings. I had one too. Kill ads, dodge stuff, pretty much every fight in WoW. Yeah, my raid guides could be a lot shorter. Which movie did you watch yesterday? I didn't actually. I spent a little bit of time working on... Oh, I spilled some coffee. Where's my desk napkin? I always have something for this occasion. No, I'll use my sock. I spent a little time working on that Hello Zen video, and then I played some Animal Crossing, and I took Moose to the park. He played twice. We hit up 2 different parks, because he was so full of beans. He was literally bouncing off the walls around, like, I don't know, afternoon-ish, like 4 or 5-ish. And we're like, he's got to go. He's got to get outside right now. So we went to a park, and there was a dog there. I mean, there's a bunch of dogs, but he found a dog that he played really well with. But they had to go after like 10 minutes or so, and he still had more energy. So we went to another park, and he found another dog, and then he played with that one for a bunch of time. And then we got him home, and he was like, Moose, tired. And then he had a really good sleep, which is good. That's what you want. Nice dinner. But he loves to play outside. Holy moly. It's a good thing we got lots of parks around here. The one weird thing about this city is that the dog parks are all kind of grandfathered in. It's not like they were built to be dog parks. They were just like parks or just places where people were like, yeah, I guess you can have dogs. And because of that, they don't have the same... in Oregon, I remember going to a couple of different dog parks that would have like the double gates. They would have separate fenced areas for small dogs and big dogs. And none of the parks I've been to really have that. I think if I went farther afield, I could find something maybe like that. But I kind of miss that because Moose plays well with dogs of different sizes, but he is growing rapidly, and I'm really afraid. I try not to let him get too rowdy if he's playing with a smaller dog. If it's just him and the dog, he does great. Like, he'll kind of scale down his energy and he'll give them some space, and it's good. But if there's another big dog in the mix, he's going to get kind of confused and overwhelmed, and he's liable to fall on a smaller dog that is in the way. So I kind of wish there were separate spaces. What am I doing now? That was my main goal for the day. And it's gone fine, I suppose. I need another thing to do. I have some options. I see 100 pounds yet? Not yet. I want some Lucy emotes. Oh, is that one guy gets Arthas in the first run? Deleting your Hearthstone is the thing to do? Will it make your day better? There you go. Small dogs generally like big dogs, except the one dog that likes to step on smaller dogs. Joker used to really like playing with big dogs. He was small enough for the small dog park, but he did so well with big dogs that we would just let him exercise there because he was fast enough to get out of the way, and he had the spirit of a hound. So he would play just fine with all the bigger ones. If anything, he would bark at them to try to get them to take him more seriously. I could log on to hardcore and play Meowita. I can collect some pets. There's actually a couple easy ones. Why don't we work on that? Ooh, let's check on the Whelp daycare dailies to see if there's any more for Axel, because I still need to do that. Don't know what happens when you delete your Hearthstone. You just get the bag space back. Because you can use Hearthstone toys instead of the item in your bag, so you just get one extra slot of bag space. Keep that going for as long as it entertains me, if that's all right with you. Yeah, you're good. Trust you'll tell us when he actually hits 100 pounds. He might not hit 100 pounds. Maybe he won't. You see this doggy, and you're like, well, that's a good-sized doggy. Maybe he's done. What if he just grew really early, and then he's like, whew, that was really hard work. Okay, I'm a dog now. I'm done. Or like, maybe he'll cap out at like 60 or 70 pounds, or like 75 pounds. You know, we'll see. He's 5 months old. He could be finished, right? Believe in the Moose 100. His paw's still massively big. I don't feel like they've gotten any bigger. But they didn't get any smaller. But I feel like his paws haven't changed in size lately. What's happening now, he was kind of sausagey for a while. Like, he had like this kind of built body that was like stretching out and getting longer. So he was kind of like, brrr, like a sausage. But his legs were still kind of short, so he was starting to look a little bit like a wiener dog. But his legs are starting to like Beaker now. So he's just getting all his parts at different times. I swear you can hear the little hinges and pulleys and pistons and pneumatics that make this dog expand. You look at him and it's just like, oh, he's bigger now. I was gonna check the dailies, that's right. They can only grow in one axis at a time. Yeah, what's up with that? It's weird. His moose is actually inflatable, and it's because I just keep giving him too many kisses. He's just like poofing up a little bit. Or heating up his internal air, which is making it... Oh no, heating things up makes it contract, doesn't it? School was a long time ago. Alright, I need the achievement called... Well, there it is. And I need 3 more dailies from this list. Cozy Camouflage, Zaelith on the Go, and Pole Position Positress. Which is not Fallerine Scribblings. Not Blistering Bellastraza. Where's Sienna? What do you got? Obsidian Obfuscation. Absolutely not. Oh well, try again tomorrow. That was one thing to check. I need... Heat expands? Heat makes most things expand, you were correct. But then how come when I put ice in my freezer, when I put water in my freezer, it becomes ice, it gets bigger? And that, like, that's why things explode when you freeze them if they're too full. Can I do high school again? Just for fun. Ice is the exception, water is weird. Well, that's dumb. Make it behave. I love when cats have a small face compared to their buddy. Miss Kira's got a pretty itty bitty face. Do you actually want to know? A little bit? Yeah. What is your favorite race? Every now and then this comes up. And I know people mean like WoW race, but like what a question. Wouldn't do high school again for $10 billion. I'm mostly thinking the coursework, not so much the social experience. Hardest thing you've obtained? Skill-wise? 2400 in WoD was the hardest thing I ever did. I was trying harder and sweating more and twitching more and having nightmares about it at that time in my life than any other time. Everything else was easier than that. Close seconds would probably include the Shadow Priest Mage Tower, both the first time, but mostly the second time, because the cheese that I used for the first time didn't work the second time. Shadow Priest Mage Tower, that was quite hard. It's probably a little easier now because scaling or something, but like it was not. That was juicy. Oh yeah, gnomes are my favorite WoW race. I would do high school again for much less. 10 billion is an enormous amount of money for 10 years of my life. Alright, I need a living mud mask. there's a couple of quest pets that are just from, I'm pretty sure, like, regular Dragonflight quests that I just never did. So let's go do this one. It's something to do with the spa in Theldraszus. I will check out Wowhead to get some more background on it, but I would like to go get that pet. Get it checked off the list. I'm currently sitting on 1661 unique pets. Total and unique pets. So let's see if we can make it 1662. Why, gnomes? I like the way that they make me feel. Just do all the quests. There's only 20k or so of them. In Dragonflight or in, like, the game? Couldn't do Spriest Mage Tower, did it with Affleck. Spriest, I think, was just unkind. It was not a good idea. And people told me that. Many times, and with vigor. I was informed explicitly and in no uncertain terms that Shadow Priest was the wrong class to use for that, and that I was doing myself a disservice. And they were right. But I'm still kind of glad I did it anyways. What's your cat looking at? She's blind. She is stone blind. But she's also just a cat. Sometimes they just stare at stuff. Hi. Hi, baby. Hi, Mofo. You came and hung out with me in the morning in here, huh? We had an early morning. Like, oh, mom's in the office real early. I better go sleep on her chair. Hi. Cute. She's a sweetie pie. She's 9 years old. But I read one website that says you're not a senior until you're like 12. So you're basically a baby. Hi. Chin rubs are the favorite. Want the werebear appearance? Don't know where to start gear-wise. Check the Time Walking Discord. If you Google Time Walking Discord, there'll be an invite link. They'll have a Mage Tower section, and there'll be stickies that have like links to Google Docs and stuff that will talk you through what the best scaling gear is. And what the most up-to-date gear that scales best, because a lot of the guides from when it first released will not be valid, or that gear would need to be reformed. But the Time Walking Discord sticky pinned spreadsheets are the way to go for that. Baby kitten. I was looking at Miss Kira's baby kitten pictures. Do you want to see how smushy she was? Hang on a second, this is important. let me find picture. Let me find picture. This is going to be really hard because it's literally a list of all of my pictures. Sort by date. Can I filter that to 2017? No, not 2017. 2014. That's when I got her. Where is Squishy Baby Muffin? I want to find at least one good picture. Oh, those are recents. Cat. Show cat. I have pictures of her, but they're like grown-up kitty cat. I want to show baby Kira. I did a video back in 2014. Oh, there's one. Oh yeah, here's like a series of them. Also some pepper images. Look, she was a baby once. Correct. Very important. Want to see the video? It's on YouTube. I bet you with the right search terms, you could probably get to the bottom of it. Can I show Muffin? Let's see here. Let me see if I can find another good one. Oh yeah. She was like a little, she was so tiny. She was so tiny. She was like the size of your hand. She was such a cute little thing. Muffin, you know? Kitty, you used to be a baby. Do you remember? Do you remember? One time you woke up really early in the morning and you climbed onto my face in bed and you bit me on the nose. And it woke me up and it was like one of those dark early hours of the morning and I'm like, ow. Small. Take lots of pictures of your babies at all different ages. You're gonna want them. Okay. Living mud mask. We're wow heading. She was the size of your hand if your hand was the size of a small cat. That is fair, actually. I have not like huge hands, but I got pretty. I got the fingies. Living mud mask. It makes me feel fancy when I type really fast. It's like I know how to do something, except all I know how to do is type. Oh, it's cool! Oh, I didn't know that. Look, it's got glasses! You excited for the new patch? Sure. How do we get it? Highest rated. Serene Dream Spa. Kill Mudgatu. He will drop the... Yeah, we could just do all this from scratch, basically. Because I may have done some amount of it on my evoker, but it doesn't really matter. Drop sunglasses, turn them in. Speak to the guy again. Whoa, what? Speak to the guy again. Suggest you head over to the VIP area. Speak with him again. A small slime will spawn, run away to a branch. Get close enough, the yellow thing. Head back over and turn in the quest for your living mud mask pet. Okay, I'm gonna keep this up on my other monitor because that's a lot. Do you think they unlock Druid for all other races after 10.2? I don't think that. That would surprise me a lot. that would be a big wowzers. It would be cool. They could do it. Will they? Who? Alright, we're gonna go Shadow. Kill Mudgatu. 40, 45. Okay. Gives you nothing the first time, talk to him a second time. Yeah. Yeah, it seems like you have to keep kind of bothering him. Are we in Feldrazis? Okay. Oh, so the spa's just like right up here? Haha. This should be pretty easy. Well, let's not count our chickens. Before they move to our Animal Crossing island, shall we? He's got the glass. Okay. And then we find the sunglasses owner. And we're just gonna keep bothering him until stuff happens. Also, at one point we follow a slime. This quest made for you. You love bothering and inconveniencing people. What if I really like to roleplay it in a game setting? Because this way I can get all my feelings out without having to actually personally bother somebody IRL. Okay. Hi. Go to the VIP area and we're gonna follow him. He's gonna take a glider. I wonder if the prospect of doing druid forms for a bunch of races would be just too much art and animation. Because I think the burden for creating a playable combat class is a lot higher than just making like a NPC race or something like that. Alright, so he looks dead. I'm not dead, I'm just resting. Come back later. You look dead. That's not a very nice thing to say to somebody. And then there's a goo. I think it's taken his glasses. They took my sunglasses again. I'm destined to suffer indignity. Aren't we all? And... Whoop! And we bring him back. And we get the pet! Job done. Woo. See, sometimes things in life are easy. Living mud mask. Summon. Oh yeah. There we go. Would you take $100 million, but for the rest of your life you constantly smell microwave days? I want to say no. Nice looking pet. Alright, there is another one that may or may not be easy. Let's take a look at Simple Emery. Let's take a look at the list. I know I still have more attempts I can do this week on Aquafawn and the Underlight Queen, but I always forget which characters I have and haven't done. And then I forget, because it's like once per spawn rotation, but I think they were up to date, and I think I only did them twice. I think I did them on Inksy and Zelixia. I think I could do them again on Allison for another chance at those two pets. But let's take a look at this. Battle pets. Also, close that. Might be playing music. Battle pets. Okay. Dragonflight. Oh, no. Companions. So, I still need all 4 Zap Throttle Soul Inhaler pets. I will do those grinds on stream. That will be every bit as awful as it sounds. Woohoo, that'll be fun. There's the Modin Azuro. That's on the list. These are the 2 that I'm farming from those rares. Tobias is from the secret mail. I will still need to do that. There's another secret pet that maybe it's in this list. There's a fishy. There's a fishy that's actually in the pet journal now that's like Glub or Blub or something like that. It might be Blub. That apparently is like implemented, but it's like an undiscovered secret. This achievement is Axel. That's why we keep checking the dailies. We just got the Living Mud Mask, but there's 2 more quest achievements. Yeah, let's look at these ones. Let's do that for now. And then that's kind of a backup, the Mona Nazuro thing. Because we're filling this out. This is coming along. I'm happy with it. Kablooey is a little blue elemental. Quest is by Fire Be Purged. There's only 3 comments, which is a good sign. If things are hard, there tend to be a lot of comments. Pet Source Quest is part of a 10-1-5 quest line for the Chronosmith's Forge. Talk to people and do things. Make sure to summon this little comedian for some nice puns. You can force more of them by relogging. Okay. Sure, yeah. Talk to Temporal, Investigator, Tempo, and Ian's Fringe. Can I get that Tom command? Sure. Yeah, a little quest line to do. Shadow Snake, thank you very much for the 5-month resub. I feel like I tried this quest line on the PTR for some reason, and then never thought about it ever again in my life. Just joined? What was that? The Yassified the Ooze. Slimy chillin'. Little series of question sperm one that gave me a creepy box pet. Yeah, that's a cool one. He has a lot of animations if you keep him out for a while. Okay. I haven't done a lot of hardcore. I kind of want to stream hardcore, and I guess there's nothing stopping me from swapping modes during stream. I want to make sure that as long as I still need things from Horseman, that I'm doing my 1 daily on-stream Horseman kill. I guess on days off I can do it off-stream, but I want to make sure I at the very least do that. But then it feels like, well, because I'm on retail, I should find something on retail to do. But what if we want to stream hardcore? Although, what I've been doing in hardcore has been, I've been playing alts that aren't my Warlock to let my Warlock get more rested. And I feel like I should only stream the Warlock to like keep the story cohesive because we're just trying to get her to 40. We want a mount, man. Executor, thank you for the 14-month resub. Appreciate it. Howdy. Afternoon, Cash. Kitty, you want down? Here, let me help. Whoa. Especially when she's getting off the bed. I like to try to give her a lift if I see that she's looking to jump just to save an extra landing on her knees. A little crash mat or a ramp or something. Alright, talk to the Chronosmith. How hard can it be to cohesively follow a questline without getting incredibly lost or confused? We're adults, right? Are you a Chronosmith? Yeah. Meow. Is it in here? No. Any change of mains alts for next patch? I'm switching off of Preservation Evoker onto Holy Priest. This gnome is my new main. I'm gonna be a gnome Holy Priest. It's actually my old main. Reborn. Okay. Alright, so we're going that way. Stream whatever you want, we will watch shucks. Have you seen a blue crab on the trading post? Did I miss it? Yes. It was, what did they call it? It was the it's the Krusty Crawler. It was the fill the bar reward for a previous month. It's rotated out now. I imagine it will come back onto the trading post. It might become like a vendor item later on. I think they're going to rotate things around, but it was available and yeah, unfortunately did miss it. Were you tempted to make her a mechanome at all? Honestly, no, not really. I think a big part of what I like about my gnome is her hair. I love the salmon pink big ponytail. And specifically the shade of pink, like that warm toned pink that I do. Not the bubblegum pink, the other one. I love that. And mechanomes they wear transmog kind of funny. And their racials aren't the same. I wanted escape artist. And they have natural hair colors. Which just strikes me as very strange for people that are open to cybernetics. Why did the crab have a low owner rate? I thought almost everyone had it. Guess not. Things that are limited time availability tend to not be as high. And I think that the trading post people still certainly do trading post things, but I think that it's not everybody by any stretch. I think there's people that just kind of have decided not to worry about it, that wouldn't necessarily fill the bar in a month, or they might like not go pick it up. I think you have to go talk to the chest. So if you never do that, you wouldn't get it. But maybe, yeah, I don't know. That is weird. It feels like it should be with a lot of people. 0.07. That data might also be old, because that does seem like insanely low. That data might be old. They may not have refreshed their database. Fun to have multicolored hair options for mechanomes. Started leveling a priest. Actually liking it quite a bit. Weird one. Fill up my bar the first day. Oh, I do the same thing. I do the same thing if I'm in the mood too. I certainly did it in October because I needed that broom mount stat. The Eve's Ghastly Rider had to happen. It was important. I think the month before that, I just kind of like relaxed a little bit and let it happen because I do enough random stuff that I will fill my bar just incidentally with the way that I normally play. But it's kind of fun to have like a project to do in the first of the month to get it all finished. Plus, then I don't have to worry about it until the next one. No point, you trading post gonna do it all today. Apply all the stuff I do to everyone else. It's a super natural thing to think. I fall into that too. I'll find myself making statements like, well, everybody does this thing. And I'm like, no, I do that thing. I don't know what everybody else does. I haven't checked with them. They haven't all responded to my census. Priest's gonna be your main in season 3? Yeah. Yes, she is. Yeah. More artifacts. I started collecting Dream Surge Coalescence on this character again. I guess some half-hearted desire to get one of the 2 toys that you can still get for Coalescence, because I got the mount and I got both pets. But I don't have either of the toys. And if I end up at 500, what am I at right now? Like 160? Yeah, 160. It'll you know, kind of cool. And some little green guys. Getting the full trading post bar this month seemed easier than other months. It was, especially early in the month, you had a lot of holidays that had some very easy, straightforward gimmies. The elder, honoring elders for Ancestor Day. No, what do they call it? Anyway, there's a holiday very early that was super easy. And then you had to, I found a Forsaken character and then I cackled at them like a bully. There was Brewfest too, yeah, that's right. And then there's Halazen too. Not at the same time, but... I'm glad it's easy though, because if there's any amount that I would want people to not miss if they wanted it, it would be the broom. It's so good. It's so cool. Some Book of Medivh quest item. Oh, I see. Thought it was just a random drop. I did a little tiny itty bitty little bit, a smidgen if you will, of the new old Scarlet Monastery. I did half a graveyard because I thought it was the portal to the library and it wasn't, and then I did library. And I got a couple of drops that I didn't have before. There's some old removed transmog that I certainly didn't have collected, so it was kind of fun just to like get stuff to drop. It hasn't all been added to all the things yet, so I don't have like the super slick checklist to work through, but it still feels fun. I'm kind of excited to get 28 gold per quest. Yeah, it's a bunch of quests. That adds up. It takes a lot of gold to buy tokens to keep up with shop items. Alright, I think we're getting there. You've got a quest to turn in. And then there's 2 more. And the Heart of the Time Forge will give Kablooey. But I feel like we can also see Charlemagne back for Finduin. Where do we go? Shall I read? Took off for the towers. Close by towers. Nope, that's an inn. That's a different thing. Slagneros. Aha! Gonna start making apple pie now. Oh, that sounds delicious. Trying to shadow and keep today without any issues. Nice. Should I do the other one? Someone, listen. We gotta get Charlemagne back. Finduin needs it, and he's gonna pay me 28 gold. One day, when I absolutely lose my mind and I decide to start doing quest completion credit on all the things, or data for Azeroth or whatever, I will be glad that I did this. That day's definitely gonna happen, right? I'm not just justifying getting distracted with hypotheticals. Kablooey! New pet! I'm now up to 16. 63. 2 new pets, easy. I'm glad those ones weren't super fiddly or anything. Kablooey's cute. Alright. Well, now what? That was surprisingly achievable. Oh! We can take another priest down into the Zerlet Caverns to try for Underlight Queen and Aquafon. And also Karokta, if Karokta happens to be up. I'm down with that. He looks cool. Like to always take a sec to look at new pets. I used to make a point of putting them on a bar when I first collected them, so that I would have them out with me for a while to kind of like welcome them to the family. And I haven't done that. I wonder if just because there's so many of them, or maybe I've gotten unsentimental as my pet count has crawled past 1,000. But it's nice. It feels good. We want to take this priest, the undead one, because everybody has multiple level 70 priests. That's a normal thing to have. And go poke around the Zerlet Caverns. Quest completion pretty simple. Doesn't take much time once you're caught up. Yeah, I guess it's not RNG now that you mention it. You don't have to do it more than once. You just have to do it once. Hi, Hazel. Ask if you're currently happy enjoying the state of WoW. Got a ticket to BlizzCon. Decided not to go. Main game is WoW. It's a bit stale at the moment. I personally am having a very nice time. I'm having fun in both hardcore and retail. But I'm not a great metric for the state of the game because I'm pretty happy with anything. I started playing in late Wrath and I have had a delightful time in every single expansion since then. I've had fun in all of them. But I don't think the state of the game has a huge bearing on me. I think I'm just happy to be here. BlizzCon's a ton of fun. BlizzCon's a ton of fun. And I think that BlizzCon's fun is a little bit separate from the game that you're enjoying. It's perfectly valid to decide not to go if you don't want to. But if you were excited about BlizzCon anyways, I wouldn't let how you feel about WoW ruin the trip, especially because if your problem with WoW is that it feels stale, they might announce new things for it at BlizzCon. It might be cool to be there and see it if you already have a ticket. But that's a very personal choice. I am not. She keeps talking to me and I keep not wanting to help. I want to switch back to this. I told myself I wasn't going to do Horseman on a bunch of alts, and I'm not. I'm not going to do Horseman on a bunch of alts. We did our 1 character per day. That's it. That's it. Grumpy. Okay. Did you see the new Arthas pet? I did. I want him. I don't have him yet. He has not dropped for me yet. It's only the 2nd day. But I want him. Everyone has multiple level 70 priests. What if I need more priests? What if I need one of... No. Calm down. I don't need one of every priest. As much fun as it would be to level, they are not my favorite class to have in multiples for farming things. Because they're slow and annoying to do AoE on. You can Holy Nova and stuff, but like there's other classes that are dramatically better at farming. And a lot of what I use multiple characters for is farming instances for transmogs, so I don't need a ton of priests. What I need is my kitty cat to come back in my lap. Hello, you wanna come back up? Hi. Let's go do the Underlight Queen. I'm gonna list a group for it. This will be a Horde group. This character is Horde, so it'll be available to Horde North American War Mode off players, if anybody is in the mood to kill the Underlight Queen, and then Aquafon after that. I certainly need help. There's also Invok and Din, which, you know, if we're like in the area doing rares. Pre-made, custom, starter group, Underlight Queen, War Mode off. List that up. But you do need a mage. I do. Not enough warriors either, for shame. Warriors are great farming characters too. Plus, I don't think I really have an arms warrior. I need one of those, don't I? Hi, kitty. Kitty, what kind of race should my arms warrior be? Hi. How did you get so sweet? Did you eat all my Splenda? Did you get into the honey bunches of oats? Yay. Woof, 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 woof. Hazel, I can't finish the Ashbringer achievement. Never see the NPC outside of the rift. The Ashbringer. Yeah. Am I thinking of the right thing? I think it's just kind of RNG. Like, it has to be the right type of rift, and then it just doesn't always spawn. I'm still missing a couple of things for that achievement too, I think. I don't have any great great things. Prot Warrior present to support, by the way. QERT shortcuts. Yeah, that's how I like to do it. I have movement on WASD, and I've rebound A and D to be strafe as opposed to keyboard turn, because I didn't find any practical use for keyboard turning. Oh, thanks, guys. I haven't played in a few years. It's a very individual thing. Lots of people will do it like this. Lots of people do it in different ways. All of it's valid and effective. It's just kind of whatever's comfy for you. I do it like that because I don't even like reaching up to my number keys in my left hand. Here, I'm going to pull it, but I betcha you get here before it's dead because this one takes ages and ages and ages. Thanks, guys. Glad you can't see my keyboards. Keyboard with replaceable faces. I don't remember that. I remember like jelly keyboards. And I kind of thought those were the future. They were like, they felt very fun. Or no. They were keyboard covers. They were like, it was like a jelly feeling mask that you would fit over a keyboard that I guess the theory was that you could pull it off and clean it. Practically, I don't think anybody ever did. At least nobody that I knew. But I remember the way that the squishy, rubbery stuff made it feel. Play with the charger for left hand. F1 to pull. I started having a little bit of pain in my hands again. And it's not because of WoW. I think it's because of the Animal Crossing. I restarted my Animal Crossing island about a week and a half ago. And I've been going so hard. I have no self-control with that game. I've been going in. I made myself some whiskeys. Well, congrats, Blatchva. And we got the moth. Let's go do Aquafun. I'm gonna delist. I think we got a good group here. I'm going the wrong way. Don't mind me. Horrible rubber thingy keyboards. There's a memory that I haven't unlocked in a long time. Thanks for your Hello Zen video. Got a Scarlet key. Oh, nice. I'm glad to hear that, Hannah. Have fun farming Scarlet Monastery. It was cool to go back in there just to kind of have the memories of it. I must have done Scarlet Monastery instances in Wrath because I certainly didn't do them in Classic. But I kind of forgot about and like missed the old like Thalnos and going down into the crypt and like the proper instances and not the mop remade ones. And it's kind of cool to be able to poke around in there again. Maybe one day I'll do the Stratholme thing. That sounds like fun too. It was just something that I've kind of put off for later. Chat will not, the chatbot will kill any and all links with no exceptions, but you could, if you give enough keywords, people can kind of Google it on their own. Scarlet key, good for, got one last night, didn't look it up just yet. You turn it in the outside area of Scarlet Monastery, and then it puts a key ring on the wall that you can click on if you'd like to activate access to the old Scarlet Monastery instances that were previously removed, where you can farm recipes and items that were previously removed. It's pretty cool. 100%, I'm excited. I don't know why I'm so much more excited for this one than the Scholomance one, or the Stratholme one, or both, I guess. I guess I just didn't do them. So I said I was going to do this one and then Invoke and then Din. I don't know why I'm doing Invoke first, but I am in fact doing it that way. Is it because there's several, not just one thing? I don't know. I think it's because I just got the key. I think it's because I got the key in the process of doing a different thing that I had wanted to do. And then I went and turned it in to get like some footage for that little video. And then I was like, well, I guess I should go in and like check this thing. And then I was like, ooh, it's fun. Like I was in there for other reasons. I'm looking for Invoke. I've gone too far. He's over here. He has a chance to drop a toy. Sets for every armor type. Invest time to unlock Scullo? Yeah, that might have been part of the problem too. Bet you we do that at some point. That sounds like a fun project. Thanks for joining my group, guys. I appreciate the help killing these rares. It makes it super handy, and I really appreciate it. Thank you. The cat is sitting directly in front of my screen, watching your stream. I'm on the Hazel stream. I gave you a PI, Mylan. Madeline? Got Herod's shoulder back from the old Scarlet Monastery. Felt good to have that old thing again. Hi. I am. How are you? Happy Thursday. I went for a walk this morning with Mr. Moose pretty early, and it was one of those days where it's raining in such a fine mist that you can't really decide if it's raining or not, or if you're just like inside of a cloud. But it was just enough to get everything damp, and it was nice and cool. And Mr. Moose was hungry for his breakfast, probably because he exercised so much last night, because he was trying to eat everything, including things that he normally doesn't really think about. So kind of hurried him past a variety of inedible objects, and then got him home and gave him his kibble. Hey, I got it! Woo! Yay! Molten lava pack for me! Toy, equip the pack, allowing yourself to toss fast, cooling lava at your friends. It won't hurt, but it's still hot. Nice. Alright, let's go do Din to try for Din's drum. That's awesome. While you're unlocking Scarlet, you of course take the extra mile doing that knack stuff. Oh, of course. Followed your bee mount guide? Welcome, Sassy. Been a good day, but my dog is unhappy with the rain. Mr. Moose still, if it starts raining really hard, he'll kind of look around and be like, okay guys, we gotta go home, and he'll start fast walking. But for the most part, he doesn't seem very fazed by weather. I can't wait for him to see snow. I really hope it snows this year. I really hope it snows this year in town because I really want him to play in snow. I think he will have a magical time. I think it'll be great. Alright, let's do Din. This is for trying for Din's drum. And then after, I have to try out the toy. I wonder how many attempts a week or per cycle I want to do for these two pets. 3 sounds somewhat reasonable, and these are the 3 characters that have the most gear. My hunter actually has... She's probably at least 424. I just, and you could do this on any item level, but I feel like I'm contributing more if I'm on a 400 plus character that has like some tier. Dog's first snow are now good memories to have. Farm the lava. Simmering toy is bugged. Couldn't drop it all after your first try. Lava simming toy. Oh, I got ears for my slither drake. That's kind of good. Nice. Anyone need any other rares that are up? Ooh, Karaka. And bro. Yeah. Yeah, we can go do bro. Oh, Sense, are you alright? Dog's first snow, such good memories to have. I'll have to try and get some video. Stuffed his whole head into the snow and he explored it the first time after moving to the mountains. Dog slipped in it when running around, hurt her leg. Oh, okay. Love the new hair, looks good on you. Why, thank you. I'm about a week away from doing another buzz and then another re-dye. Although I'm getting, I mean, it's not long or anything, but I'm starting to feel the itch to to re-buzz it early. But then it won't be pink. I like it when it's pink. Hope it snows here because I want to play in the snow. I kind of electively decided that I don't want to drive in the snow even if I did get snow tires, so I'm just not getting snow tires. And then if it gets at all snowy or icy here, I'm just going to not drive is my plan. Transit around here is pretty good and those drivers know what they're doing, so I may as well lay off the car if the weather gets bad. So whenever it does snow, it's kind of a nice excuse to just kind of like, I don't know, stay close to home, walk places, do get cozy, that kind of thing. Starting to feel the tickling? No, not even on the back of my neck. It's just, it feels like, it's not that long. It's like a centimeter long, maybe a little over. I just like it real short. I like it. I like being buzzed. It's just, it feels really nice. It feels really nice when you shower and you wash it, you get it wet. Plus, it's a really convenient length. If you ever want to like moisturize your scalp directly with just like skin cream, having super short hair makes it really easy to get there because you can just kind of rub it in like anything else. Woo. Stop punching me. I'm sorry. Driving this to the snow. Not going to happen because of the aforementioned lack of snow tires and lack of snow driving experience. I think one day I will probably try to get some poor weather driving experience, but I want to do it not in the city. I want to do it with proper snow tires. And Also, I think even with all things being equal, if it's not going to snow for very long in the year and you can afford to stay home and not drive, I think I don't want to drag him out of the ring. It used to bug him, but he's punching me out of the ring. It's just a bit safer to not. It is pretty normal to see cars just lined up in the ditch during snow season here, and I just don't need that to be me. You know, just like stay home and eat your canned goods. Because I can afford to do that because I work from home. Nice. Alright, Caracta. Caracta is still up. Go slower than usual, learning curve, but not so bad. That was what I found about driving really heavy rain, was just to go slower than usual. You know, look out for invisible people. And to not spin my wheel like a mad person if I'm hydroplaning. Basically to chill. But, yeah, I'm lucky that I don't need to drive super much. Although I feel like if I did need to drive all the time, I probably would have built up more road confidence by now because I would have had more experience. That was one thing that the first like 2 weeks of having a dog was really good for, is I was driving almost every day. We were going somewhere. We had like an errand, we had a task, we had a vet appointment, we were going to go hiking, we were going to go to this park, we were going to go to that park. And nowadays, yeah, we'll still like go to the park, but it's the same drive every time. We're not... I really thought my life had changed, and it turns out that no, I just did a lot of extra things for the first 2 weeks of having a dog, and then I went back to life as normal. Hour commute to work, dreading the snow, only 5 minutes away. Dedicated blocks of driving lessons designed to teach you how to drive in snow. I mean, driving lessons themselves are not... You don't have to do them, and a lot of people will do them informally. I learned to drive in the States, and I was taught informally by my ex, and then I just did the road test with the DMV. I never did, like, accredited driving instruction. It's not, like, a class in school. It is a class in school in some places, but it wasn't offered at my school when I was a kid in Canada. Rural-ish Canada. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it very much. So it's something that a lot of people just kind of learn from their parents or whatever. Their parents might decide to give them a dedicated block on poor weather driving, but a lot of people are just like, yo, left, right, turn signals, here's the brake, read the book, don't mess it up. Let's check out this new toy, Molten Lava Pack. Let's go to Valdrakken and do it, because we can bully people there. Here, you have no choice. Yeah, I would have preferred to have lived someplace that had driving school that I was expected to go to, because then I would have felt, I don't know, then I would have done it. And I think I would have felt better about the whole situation. You can certainly pay, there are driving schools, you can opt into them, but because it was never required, I just kind of never did it. I was too anxious and or broke to look into that. I would have preferred for it to be like a more normalized thing. But hey, we got there. I drive fine. I find the best thing to do is to pay all of my attention. I know how to drive. I know the rules. I read the book. I even do the extra thing where I like read the updates every year and I like read through the manual again. I can just download it on my iPad and read the little PDF like a good little citizen. But a lot of it is just looking. Checking for bikes in the bike lane, checking your blind spot when there's lanes merging into you, and checking everything for everywhere because nobody follows the rules but you. I'm putting on my lava pack, Molten Lava Pack. So I no longer need to fight Invok. Alright, who wants some? I have a 5-minute buff. Does it give them debuffs? No, I think it's just like a fun. My lava pack looks like this. Big ol' iron looking pot. Yeah, the driver's licensing requirements were stricter in Canada than they were in the States. If I was getting my license in Canada, the graduated licensing program takes longer. it's not required school, but you do have to get logged practice hours, and you have to have a learner's license for X amount of years, which has, or X amount of time, which has certain restrictions on it. Like you have to have an instructor in the car. And then you get your N. This is BC, by the way. The different provinces might be different. But your N is your novice license. That lets you drive on your own, but there's restrictions on things like how many people you can have in the car. Maybe other things. And then you have to take another road test to graduate out of your N to a full license. Because I got my license in the States, and because I had had it for a set amount of time, barely, but I had had it for a set amount of time before I moved here and converted my license, I was able to just go straight to a standard license, which saved me a lot of road testing. In the States, I basically, you do or at least in Oregon, mind you. You fill out some forms, you go to the DMV, you do a written test, and that written test was done on like a little computer, little touchscreen thing, just a multiple choice questions thing. That gave you a learner's license. You didn't have to display anything on your car, but with that, you could drive with anybody that wanted to teach you. Any license holder could teach you. And then whenever you felt like you wanted to, you could book yourself. I think there was actually a waiting period, but you could book yourself a road exam. You go do that with an examiner. You do a test. And then if you pass that, they basically just give you a license with some fees or whatever. So that's what I did in Oregon in like 2020. And it's probably different depending on who you get and where you go, but the person that tested me was much younger than me, which was weird. And I mean, it was fine. It's not a problem, but it was strange. And they were extremely chill, which was great. It made me feel better and less anxious about the whole thing. But I got the vibe that they would give a license to basically anybody that was willing to, like, I don't know, pay attention. I think that you probably could fail it. I did practice. I was a nervous person. I looked up all the videos and I read about all the things that they like to mark you down for. I like went and found places. I practiced all kinds of stuff I didn't need to. I like went and found places in Portland that had like one ways. So I could practice like turning both ways onto various well, not both ways onto a one way, but you know what I mean? Like right turns onto one ways, left turns onto one ways, turning off of one ways. I practiced various train tracks and school zones and like all the stuff. And then my actual exam, the main thing that I had to do was stop because there was construction. And I think I might have had to stop for a goose, or maybe that was just a video that I watched. But the construction was funny because there was a construction worker there that was like kind of waving me on to go by. But I was at a stoplight and I had not yet finished coming to a full and complete stop. So I came to a full and complete stop because it was my exam. And this whole time, this guy like in the construction thing is waving me through, like, what are you doing? Carry on. And I'm like, just 1 second, I have to finish my stop sign. There's nobody there. But it was so funny that anyway, that worked out. Did I have to parallel park for the test? No, they did not make me parallel park in Oregon in 2020. They made me back up. They made me pull over and they made me back up in a straight line for like 2 car lengths along the curb just to check that I could back up in a straight line. It was really easy. It was very lax. I practiced parallel parking because I thought they might test me on it, but they didn't test me on it at that time. And I haven't parallel parked since I practiced parallel parking in advance of the test. So if I had to do it in a hurry now, it would probably take me a while. Getting down? I did an awful lot of it for like 2 days and then never again. I just don't go places that are busy or parallel parking only. I guess I just don't go a lot of places. What am I doing? I did my 2 quest pets. I checked my dailies. I did my rares. I did my horseman. Nobody home. Only parallel parking I've ever done is downtown Portland. Had to do like a 3-point turn. Still don't fully know what it means, but I did it. Traveler's log. Yeah, that's done. Only had to do it a few times in the 12+ years since. When I go visiting somebody, I pull over to a curb to park. And because it's kind of like a narrow street, I like to get like rim scrapingly close to the curb so that I'm out of the way of like everybody as best as possible on a really narrow street. And I'm functionally parallel parking for that. It works out to very much the same motion because I'm like scooching myself laterally towards the curb. But I do that in as many tries as it takes me to feel like I've gotten close enough to the curb. and I don't really care who's looking. I think that family member's neighbors think I am a little bit neurotic. Let's just go log on to another character. How much item level? Oh, you know who has item level? Well, she doesn't. I don't know how to play her. You know who has item level? Oh, you know what we'll do is we'll just chuck her in. You chuck your side mirror in. No, that's a good idea. I did my time walking weekly. Well, I did my 1 weekly time walking to refresh my travelers, or pardon me, my Master of the Time Waste buff. So I have credit for this week for the achievement. I didn't do the 5 time walking dungeons, but I kind of don't feel like I need to. It's a piece of random Aberos heroic loot. And I'm kind of feeling like, for what? You know? I'm going to get new gear in the new patch. Her item level's fine. It's probably going to be something I don't even need anyway. I got my Rashik's heart already. So, like, you know, for what? I think I'm just going to leave that. You know what fresh hell we should get into, though? Driving's fun, parking sucks. Parking is the thing that stresses me out, I think, almost the most about driving. The thing that stresses me out the most about driving is when you have to turn across multiple lanes of traffic and you can't see very far because of street parking. I just plan my route so I don't have to do that anymore because I hate it. You just have to look for the biggest gap you can and like commit, I guess. I don't know. It sucks. Or when it's so busy that you're like never getting across there. Oh, I can just plan a different route, take lots of right turns. But yeah, parking. When I'm a person in the world with a physical presence, I find my way around and figure out how much clearance I have to get around by touching things. You know, I'll touch the counters, I'll touch the walls, I'll touch doors, and I'll figure out how I can get through things. And often I will bump like my shoulders or my hips or my knees on counters, doorways, walls, etc. because I guess that's how I figure out how much space I have, and also sometimes I don't look where I'm going. When I'm operating a car, I am always looking where I'm going. However, touching things to figure out how much space you have is highly frowned upon. And also, the car is not part of my physical body, but I'm somehow expected to know how much clearance space I have on either side when I'm trying to fit down somewhere narrow, and that stresses me out because nobody has ever been able to explain to me how I'm supposed to know how much space I have. You're just supposed to know. I haven't ever hit anything or bumped anything because I'm quite careful. But I'm careful because I'm stressed because how are you supposed to know? Oh, comes with experience. Yeah, it's true, but it's such a frustrating answer when all you want is like a technique or something. For lane position, I basically memorized where on my dash I want the center line to be from my point of view when I'm sitting in the driver's seat. For a given vehicle, I try to figure out where a good lane position is, and then I look and see where the lines are, and then I try to like match them to that spot. But yeah, it's hard. We need car whiskers. Thank you. I agree. We need more roundabouts. People, there's a lot of them in town, and people, not so much like downtown, but like in the neighborhoods, and people lose their minds. Most people are fine, but I've had more encounters with people behaving ridiculously with traffic circles than anywhere else. They're not hard. You yield to traffic already in the circle, and you yield to pedestrians that are crossing at any of the crosswalks because they're pedestrians. It's not rocket science, and yet people just, I don't know, I don't know. I watched somebody almost mow down somebody with their puppy. Not me, but somebody else that was walking a puppy. Because they didn't look, I guess. I don't know. They were crossing at, like, the cross part. And they were, like, honking at the person being like, why are you walking here? And I'm like, why are you driving there? What are you doing? Why are you mad? You're not even right. Don't take it out of the puppy, man. You're having a bad day. What do we got? Rest of Druid. But you gotta just pay attention, do your best, and let it go.
Metamorphosis. Cyclone. Metamorphosis. Cyclone.
So I need solo shuffle credit, which is why, pardon me, I need vicious mount credit, which is why I'm queuing solo shuffle. I figure I don't need to do this with any degree of skill. I just need to do it.
The hunt.
I am at 41% on my way through the Vicious Mount. Are you really? What if you didn't? And if I can go 3 and 3, I will get some progress here.
Metamorphosis.
You're not on the game.
Cyclone.
That was questionable.
Cyclone. 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 Metamorphosis. Cyclone.
I've only pretty recently adopted this new spec that people are using because they like redesigned it mid-season, which was very confusing to me. I wasn't expecting them to do that, and I am offended on behalf of people that hate change. So I don't really know what all my buttons do, but we just kind of press them and hope for the best. If you've ever been in a shovel match or a Mythic Plus, and you're like, what is this person doing? What do they think they're doing? It's me? I'm sorry.
Cyclone.
Whoops, it easy.
Cyclone.
Yeah, that priest is, or that druid's really committed.
Cyclone.
Oh, cool. That's a cool move. Oh, that's an even cooler move. I think they're better than me. Oh, we won though. I need the mount. I need the Vicious War Snail. I saw someone go left in the circle once. It was wild. That was my first ever experience in a traffic circle, was somebody literally driving the wrong way, realizing what they had done, putting their car in reverse, reversing back to where they had been before, and then going the correct way. And I'm like, stopped in my car watching this, and I asked the person that was instructing me at the time, is that normal? And they're like, no. That was in Canada. That was the first time I tried to learn how to drive when I was a teenager. It didn't last very long, but it was like traffic circles were pretty new at that point. That would have been like 2008 or 9 or something like that. I don't really know who they want to be on. I guess that's okay. You can't know everything in life. My Demon Hunter has a square icon. Oh, Mr. Moose.
Avatar.
1.3. 1.3 is how long it takes my thing to cast, in theory.
Cyclone.
I don't need to do perfectly, I just need to win 3. Oh, that was close. Is it 1.3? Yeah, it is 1.3.
Cyclone. Cyclone.
It's important to know how long your Cyclone cast is. Or it's helpful anyway, because
Cyclone.
that way you can back-to-back them. You can know exactly when to start casting it. If you want to chain somebody into a Cyclone and not give them a chance to like press a Trent or a NS or whatever it is. Nobody asked, I'm just talking to myself. Hey, we did it! Script for how to do solo shuffles, people go ham, hope for the best. Mostly that. Call them roundabouts, never heard traffic circle. Roundabouts is also, I think, used just as much. Saw someone drive across a traffic circle through some bushes and stuff in the middle. Sometimes they have like cool fountains and gardens and stuff in the middle. Oh man. Driving from my apartment building into town, there's 3 or 4 of them. I like them because they're easy to understand, and they help things move faster than intersections. But to be fair, I like them when they're quiet. Sometimes with the big ones with like a lot of lanes in them that have like instructions for you want to be in this lane if you're turning this way, and there's like more than 4 directions on them, those ones kind of stress me out because I don't understand them fast enough. If I go to the same one all the time, then I'll figure out which lane I need and it'll be fine. But like if it's the first time I've ever been there and it's like a huge one, I sometimes panic when I'm approaching it because I'm like, I need to be in one of these lanes. I don't really know which one. I'm gonna give them
Cyclone.
I'm gonna sit that.
Metamorphosis.
That should do for their DR. 1.3. I wonder what's up with Mr. Moose. Oh, I should have cloned the... If I can do it. Yeah, my targeting's gotten a lot better and I don't know why. I think it's because I'm in a match that doesn't have any pets. I was having this issue that I was never really able to fix. I think I fixed it by switching to key targeting instead of using Moose. Someone's losing his beans.
Cyclone.
He's having some feelings. Oh, that was a good this druid's pretty good.
Metamorphosis.
Anyways, I use scroll wheel targeting to target arena 1, 2, 3, or target like my party members, and then I also use it with a modifier to focus my enemy. And the enemy one works great, but the party one, whenever I'm in a party that has pets, no matter whether or not I'm using regular keybinds or macros, it will always continue to scroll to target the pet. And because I'm not scrolling with any degree of precision, that drives me absolutely banana mode bonkers
Cyclone.
when I'm trying to
Cyclone.
cute when I'm trying to play. It does not go good. And I found that it only happened because it's like a multi-click thing, like I'm scrolling my scroll wheel too far and it's clicking and ticking past the pet. I was able to get around that issue by binding them to keys, but I didn't want to bind them to keys because that's not how I like to play. And I'm very whiny about it. That person is really taking an astonishing amount of damage. I need to have a lifelink myself for one of my talents. Let's do that. Let's refresh all their nice little hots. Happy little hots. Their druid is more than my druid. And by my druid, I mean me. There we go. A little bit of this. Oh, missed it.
Metamorphosis.
However, that is an ouchie, owie, owie, oofy, owie. Yeah, you're dead. Do you think Classic Plus will be true? I think they'll do something. Betcha they got something to say at BlizzCon. I don't know what. I don't know anything, but like, it would be a big news piece. Click on the person who want to heal. Probably only 1400. No, that's valid. You wouldn't have my scroll problem. I just gotta pick keybinds. I forget what I used to use. I picked it because you need 3. Or at least 2. One for party 1, one for party 2, and then I click my mouse wheel to target myself, and that works fine. It's maybe a little bit not ergonomic, but whatever. Who needs hands? I'm whiny today. I just need one more round win here. Uncross your legs. Sit up straight, you gremlin. I'm warm. Sweaters, man. Alright, they're in deep. That's a lot of damage. Where are you from? Here. I'm from British Columbia on Vancouver Island, and that's also where I live. I moved back home. Party 1, 2, 3 macros fixes pet targeting. It didn't for me though. It didn't. That's what these are. And I set it up in that way. And it did not help. that was my best idea, and I was really excited about it, and it did not fix it. Unless they patched it, because I haven't tried it for like a patch or two. I will try again. Oh, must not have charged my watch last night. Because that was suggested on forums when I was troubleshooting it, and I got my hopes up and I got my heart set on it because I want a scroll wheel target. Okay, let's remember that we have. Am I following around the wrong druid? I'm following around the wrong druid! I was trying to stun my own Boomkin teammate. I'm so sorry. I have apologies to make to everybody. Okay. Why would I stun them? Wowie. This is why I don't have teammates. That's not true. I don't have teammates because I'm chronically afraid of letting them down. I have not enough chill. I have insufficient amounts of chill. Oh, dispelled it. Yeah.
Cyclone.
Love Shadow Meld, can't live without it. The trouble with this is it makes it hard to stream. Like, oh, we did it! There we go, 3 rounds. Hard to, like, talk, you know? Yeah, if you're new to PvP and you queue up, it will eventually matchmake you with other people of a similar skill level. There is a bracket for everybody. What I would recommend is that if anybody says anything unkind to you, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Don't even worry about it if they're trying to give you, like, criticism and, like, help you improve your gameplay. That's a noble impulse of them, but you are better off reading a guide or something. Because half the time people say things, especially in, like, party chat, and it's not even necessarily true. So I have a chat window where I just tab out of party chat altogether, and I just hope for the best, make my own choices, and live with my rating. It's randomly match made, so you don't have to solicit teammates for this mode. It's called Solo Shuffle. You can earn different rewards. There's PvP sets that you can get. They'll have their own transmog. I'm doing it for the Vicious mount. There's a new mount for every season that you can get. And you can also catch up on mounts from previous seasons. Can we play? I'm bored. What if I've accepted who I am on the inside, and who I am on the inside is a 5-year-old? Whoa. 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 Holy, calm yourselves. Okay. Well, I mean, I just don't know how to play. So that's that druid. I'm kind of cool with this. He's got spell reflect up and stuff. Do I want to? Yeah, I will. I will. That should be DR up. However, whew, I'm making bad choices. Emergency tranquility. I can, not that I'm going to, but this is the last round, and even if I threw this round, I could still...
Cyclone.
I will still get progress towards my mount because we've won 3. And all you have to do is go 3 and 3 for it to count as a win as far as your solo shuffle credit, which is what I'm after here, so that's fine.
Cyclone.
Let's use an expensive heal for no reason. Okay. Sometimes you just want to splurge. I gotta turn off friendly nameplates. I think that's why I'm spending so long trying to CC the druid when they're on my team. Kapow!
Cyclone.
Ta-da!
Cyclone. Cyclone.
Oh, wrong order. Haha! We did it! We went 4 and 2. I got 1400 honor, 232 conquest, 53 rating. I'm somewhere in the 1800 bracket, it doesn't really matter. As long as you're over 1,000, you're getting credit for it. Plus, we get some goodies. The snail. The flag's literally impaling her cat form. Yeah. I kind of love to live my inner 5-year-old from time to time. I have kind of come to terms with just feeling my feelings, even if they're not very mature. That's true. Sometimes you're just hungry. You're tired. It's nap time. Hey. What do we get? Stuff? And things? They bribe healers to queue for this mode. Also, your queue times are dramatically faster as healing, which is nice. Oh, yeah, look at that. We got up to 43% because, oh, it's only 2%. I thought it was, oh, I am having a tantrum. Pardon me. I thought it was 3% per win. It's only 2-ish. Bummer. Well, that's all I really want to do for now, right? Like, I can't just do this all day. I mean, I am going to have to do more of it, but I feel like what I should do at some point is I should play with Flabby. And just do this, because that's going to be faster. Especially because we already got enough rating. Okay, I'm going to take a break, but when I come back, I'm going to look into other solutions for my vicious mount problem. BRB! Okie dokie. It is weirdly warm in here. But that's why we wear layers. Also, do you like my giraffe shirt? I do. Hi, earbud. So, I can play. I just need to wait a little bit. You know what I should do? Is I should figure out what keybinds to use for party 1 and party 2 instead of thingy. One sec. I could also do this a different time. I could also look into something else to do today on stream. I could, we can queue later. Let's do some character kills. Is there a script that will tell me whether or not my character is eligible to receive loot from Karakta? If I look up Karakta, can I find that out? Because, I mean, the other thing I could do is hardcore. I could play Meowita. I like playing Meowita. You know what? Yeah, I'm going to follow my heart. Not for everyone, like cast over, mouse over macros. I love them for PvE. I use them exclusively for Mythic Plus healing and for raid healing. But for PvP, I want something keybound, because sometimes I take my mouse and I send it anywhere. Panic, you know? Okay. I'm loading classic. Yeah, you can do it with default setting or with the mouse over macro. The benefit of using mouse over macros is that you can determine individually on a spell by spell basis whether or not you want it to be moused over. Whereas if you enable the setting, that's global. So it's going to apply to your DPS spells as well as your healing spells. And it'll apply to all of them, which can sometimes cause some unpredictable behavior. Add extra stuff. Yeah, it's also nice. I got a little squishy. Come back to WoW. Can't decide if I should come back now. Wait for the next expansion. Depends on if anything from Dragonflight looks fun for you. There's also always Hardcore Classic. permadeath WoW classic. You want to see all my characters? This is Meowita. She's my rogue. She just got these swords and I haven't had a chance to hit anybody with her yet. So that'll be fun. She's my only horde character. Bopsy's my warrior. She's level 10. I'm scared. This is the ghost of my first character. I haven't deleted her yet. I guess I could reclaim the name Hazel, but like, she could also just stay there in memoriam forever. Thogna is my dwarf priest that I play with Flabby that we haven't played for a while. I got kind of obsessed with Animal Crossing and haven't been on as much. Erilyn is my hunter. She's level 31. She's in Duskwood. There was a funny bug that was actually PvP flagging me when I talked to or most over an NPC in the Duskwood Inn. And it spooked me so much I haven't logged into her in a while, despite the fact that you can just like, you know, wait for your PvP flag to fall off. But it was definitely bugged. Like I wasn't doing anything that should have enabled it. So anyway, there's that. And then this is my highest level hardcore classic character. She's level 38. And I'm basically just kind of waiting for rested because I don't want to level to 40 without it because I am lazy. So this is the one I've been playing lately because she's low level, so it's fun. Things happen faster at low levels. It's still dangerous. It's very exciting. Let's do a little Meowita. Can I have the plush? You like it? I have embraced my love of Squishmallows. My main concern with getting into them was not that they are not adult-like enough. I'm into all kinds of things that are varying levels of suitable for adults, and I don't really care, and that's fine. It's that it was too... My concern with getting into Squishmallows was that it was going to be too addictive, which is fair, or too, like, materialistic, consumer-driven, purchasing new polyester-based items that are not strictly necessary. And I have overcome those qualms with the justification of like squishy. So I'm gone. I'm lost. Daughter loves Squishmallows. Ordered one for myself. She took it over. Yoita looks a little dry. Does she have some moisturizer? She likes to eat people, which I feel like maybe they're damp. She could probably absorb some of that. I have 12 silver, which makes me rich. I cannot send her any gold because she's my only horde character. And you must be exceedingly cautious in Undercity with the elevator because you can fall to death and people do. So we pay full and undivided attention when we're riding this elevator. Full and undivided attention. BF has one of Cthulhu. We call him Cthulhu. That's really cute. Quest there, flagsy for PvP. But I didn't pick up or do a quest that was... Well, maybe I did. That's entirely possible that it could be that. Okay, here's that. Hardcore, no doubt. Have to start new character. That's okay. So I have a couple quests to turn in. She's level 10. She just got dual wield. I also just got some fun buttons. I have slice and dice. I have sprint. Here, let's use sprint. I had Youge already, but dual wield, slice and dice, swords, and sprint are all brand new to her. I'm going to be leveling as combat. I'm basically following the footsteps of Flabby's rogue, except that I won't be trying as hard because I'm not that god of a gamer, and that's okay. We're all different. But he's helping me out with tips and add-on recommendations and stuff, so against my normal inclinations, I have installed a swing timer because he was telling me about different ways you can time the use of your rogue abilities to take advantage of your weapon swing timer and get like extra damage in, basically. I want to try to use my Sinister Strike. Well, it's a bit funky right now because both of my weapons are exactly the same speed, but I want to use my Sinister Strike basically right when one of my attacks finishes. I haven't actually talked to him since I got dual wield, so I need a new rogue primer. But not basically right after the bar finishes is the word on the street. I have some food that she can eat. She has cooking. My professions are skinning and herbalism. Skinning and mining is better gold making. However, I wanted her to pick herbs, and so pick herbs she shall. She can stealth, but aside from sneaking, there's not a huge inclination for her to do so. I'm very excited to have slice and dice, says the woman who didn't use it just now. Requires a skinning knife. No! I forgot! I've entered my skinning knife! Why did I do that? How did that happen? Also, I need to get my sword skill up. Recently, fiancé changed from horde to alliance. I'm a big horde girly. It's time to break up. It's time to roleplay your star-crossed lover's fantasies. If that's not too personal to say. I loved your headcanon for in the news video.
What do you
Yeah. I mean, she switched to swords now, but you can still stab with swords. I want a skinning knife. Oh, there's a recipe. Crispy bat wing. Yeah, I can make that. And also skinning knife, please. Thank you. I have some bat wings. I've been carrying them around. That's another piece of 2-stam, 2-spirit food. So let's turn in a few things, and then we'll pick a new quest and or spot to go, and we'll go hit things with my new swords. I have not short swords. One of them dropped for me, and then I bought one of them on the auction house. Good afternoon from Brazil, Hazel. Good afternoon. Okay. And then another one. I've not done the vanilla version of Tirisfal Glades in a long time. It's not all that familiar to me. I've done the post-cata version many times. And there's some stuff that's the same, and a lot of stuff is not the same. It's kind of cool. I'm nostalgic for something I didn't play when it was current. Although I have vague memories of playing an undead rogue and being really excited about getting her to a mount level in Wrath Classic because I really wanted to farm herbs for gold, and I was like running around farming Peace Bloom and stuff. And I think the gold making I was thinking about was vendoring the Peace Bloom because I was very confused when I first started. 34 copper for that.
Remember.
Shall we? Yeah, I've got enough backspace. We can just go. So, top of my quest list, Proof of Demise, 10 Scarlet Insignia rings, and those drop from all kinds of different Scarlet people. There's a few Scarlet Zealots up there. Nightweb Spider Venom, level 11. I'm a little nervous about going to do these 11 quests when I'm only 10. Some of these areas may be safer than others. Let's go do that stuff down to the south. Let's do that. That should be pretty reasonable. In theory. I will eat a food buff before I go, but I'm not buying flights of flasks or anything like that because I'm broke. Barrick, thank you for the 2-month resub. Thank you all for advice. Aw, cheers. Did you play Classic with retail? Classic and retail? A little bit, but not a lot. I played more Season of Mastery than I played original Classic launch. I certainly never made it past like 20-something in any of the versions of Classic. This is the first time I've really put this much time into it and played this many different characters and classes. It was not fun or satisfying to me until hardcore. At least not in the same way until hardcore. So I need to start pressing slice and dice. I guess I'm also getting my sword skills. Although you get your sword skill leveled up so fast when you're hitting with 2 of them. Woof. I might need to end stream early today. Because I think Mr. Moose has slept about enough. And I think he might be what we in the industry call full of beans. My boy might need a walk. So much to say. He's really good at entertaining himself with his own toys. He's pretty chill when he's had enough exercise. He's good about asking when he needs to go out, but sometimes he just has so much energy cooped up in his little body, and he's just gotta go. And when he can't contain it anymore, and no amount of like throwing his blanket off the couch or terrorizing his toys will do, he will sit and he will bark at you like, guys, I have to go. And today might be one of those days. I can hear him romping. I think my partner might be playing with them. My boy might need a walk. He must zoom. Anyone know if the pet drop rate also affected by the Wicker Man debuff? It seems like it should be based on the announcement post and based on, I don't know, precedent? The announcement post, I think, said that you have a better chance at his loot, and it didn't name a specific piece of loot for doing the Wicker debuff. Certainly, I'm doing 1 kill per day with all 4 curses active. That seems to be the best and most efficient option available to me. So if I just do 1 combo point of slice and dice, that's 8 seconds. That's actually pretty good. I had this idea that I should do like a full 4-pointer, and I guess if I'm gonna do it about once per combat anyways, then perhaps I should just do it on 1 point. Ever consider trolling him by pretending to go on a walk and turning back? Doesn't sound very productive to me. I love walking with Mr. Moose. It goes much better now that we've kind of figured out straight lines. He doesn't trip me quite so often anymore. He's kind of getting the pattern of it. He's getting the hang of it. He's getting used to some different places where he just will walk and not stop quite so much. He still stops a lot. He's a puppy. He's 5 months old. He's curious about everything. He wants to check everything out. He wants to check everybody out. He wants to sit and wait for any dogs that he sees within like a 3-block radius to see if he's allowed to meet them or play with them or not. Just loves dogs. I think I might, and I know I like just started this, but I think I might actually send her back and wrap up a bit early for today. We have done 2 hours, which is technically our weekday time slot. And also, I put out a YouTube video this morning. Look at me go! There is a Hallows End 2023 guide on my YouTube channel, looking at all of the new things that they've added to Hallows End this year. So if you had any questions about it, I did that. Woo! I'll be back tomorrow for a Friday morning stream. I look forward to it. Thank you all very much for joining me today. Appreciate the company, and I hope you guys have a wonderful, wonderful day.